Okay.
Excellent. So yes, again, so thanks everyone for joining us for our first ever live event. It's maximising collaboration using Microsoft Teams. We hope this to be the first in a number of live events that we'll be hosting over the next month or two. Just to let you know that today's event will be recorded, as Jackson quite rightly said. We will be recording the whole event so that we can make that available later. And that will be going on our website, and we'll be sharing that through various different medias as well. So if any of your staff or anybody missed it, then we'll be able to provide a link so that they can see the event there. Now this event is in collaboration with West Coast Cloud, who are our cloud partners. Jackson Feldon will be joining, who'll be taking over shortly. Will be taking us through the live demo, and we will also be having Richard, who will be moderating the chat. Richard from Managed IT Experts will be moderating the chat as well. Just a quick introduction to myself for those of you who don't know me. My name is Stuart Ambler. I'm the Business Development Manager here at Managed IT Experts. I'll be hosting these events kind of going forward after this one. So if you have any questions or if there's any content you would want to address after today's event, then please let me know. I'll also be sending out a feedback form after we've completed this event, just to get your feedback on the first event, on the content and how you think things went. So if there's any questions at all, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Again, just a quick message, if you could please ensure that all your mics are muted and all the cameras are switched off, just so it doesn't interrupt with the presentation, that would be great. So other than that, that's everything. I'll pass you over to Jackson.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. Yeah, guys, welcome everybody. I have literally just some very few slides, and the idea is to make this very, let's say, a demo based. And yeah, the plan for today, or let's say for this next hour, is for me to cover first Microsoft Teams, just 1 or 2 slides regarding what is all about. The next part is about Teams and channel. That's a key information. Then, of course, later on, the Managed IT guys can help you to do the design for that if you need any additional support. And then I will go into the communication, how to share files, and finally, how to book and run meetings. Yeah, the meetings, there are a bit of more controls we can have. The other things are not too, let's say, too complicated, but I would, after this presentation, strongly advise to play and start, clicking around Teams and just to get to know all the options. A quick thing I need to tell you is the environment I'm going to use to go through the demo is a demo environment for a company called Contoso. And eventually, if later on you try to replicate whatever I'm going to show you now the next hour, and if maybe some of the buttons are not there, maybe you see some more options or you see some less option, Teams is totally, you can do the whole customization. Whatever is in charge from the IT admin, those guys can go to the team admin center, and from there they can add options, can remove options, they can kind of set up whatever the way Teams should work for each particular organization. And of course, if you get stuck and then talk to the guys from the Managed IT Experts, they can always help you on that. Okay, let's get started. And as I said, I have literally 2 or 3 slides, and then everything else will be only demos, I would say. Okay, yeah, Teams has been out there now, I think, for 3 years already. In a part of SharePoint, emails, and all the other collaboration tools Microsoft had before, they introduced Teams as the most agile, I could say the most agile tool to keep everybody, engaged. Basically, as I will show in few seconds, we have chat, where you can always do a quick one-to-one chat. You can communicate between your internal, let's say, organization. If the admin allow you, you can communicate with external people as well. You can book meetings, you can make calls, you can basically transfer files, share your screen, and all of those things. And I believe, let's say, seeing what Microsoft is working now with Teams, in, let's say, in the future, probably all of us will open Teams in the morning, and pretty much our day-to-day is going to be from Teams, because we can use files, we can communicate from there. We could probably later on, Microsoft, you will add the mail capability as well. And most of those hours, let's say 7-8 hours we work a day, could be done from literally, from Teams. Okay. And then, yeah, I will, I'm not going to spend too much time right now because I will run a demos. Yeah, these are the basic or the default buttons, okay? We have here chat, we have Teams, meetings, a call, and here is a place where you can manage basically your files. But again, this is all, let's say, is all about customization. The IT admins can say, oh, no, I don't want to have this button here on Teams, or maybe not for all the organization, but some of you, they could say, now, basically, the chat box, we don't want that. For example, I had to do that for a particular school. The students, they were kind of chatting too much, and then the guys, let's say, asked me to disable that button. Okay, the first thing I will go through, don't worry, I will go through the step by step. Okay, the first thing, and then that would be good for you to have a thing how you should basically back on your organization design your teams and design basically your channels. There is a small info here. What is team about? Okay, yeah, let's say teams would be, depending the organization where you work from, could be, for example, department. And then you would create a team for sales, another team for marketing, another team for IT, and so on. Every time when you create a team, basically we get a channel, okay, a kind of general channel under that particular team. Basically, channel is a section from that department or from that project. For example, if I'm talking about finance, yeah, and then under the finance, we could have a channel for, I don't know, for payroll, maybe other channel only for invoices, and so on. If the team, you guys would have a team to represent a particular, let's say a particular project, yeah, and then the channel could be basically, I don't know, the budgeting. The other channel could be the whole project management, and so on. Okay, yeah, anyway, that's the kind of the starting point where, as you can see in this picture, and I will show you now straight away, you will start organizing your kind of, communication into teams, and in between those teams, basically you can have the channels. And guys, let me now literally stop my presentation and let's go to a kind of, live demo. I have here a virtual machine. I have my little mobile here. I can see what you guys are seeing, at home. If you have any question, because I have so many things now to go through in this particular hour, if you have any question, I would say you could type on the chat box. I have from my team, Smita, and Stuart, and all the team is on the background as well. And then I can go through some questions later on. But feel free, to ask whatever comes on your mind. Okay, guys, yeah, just stay tuned. Okay, as you can see, I have here a couple of teams. Okay, I have Mark 8, I have Retails, I have West Coast Cloud, and other bits and pieces here. Just to show the capability, especially for the guys who never done anything on Teams. For example, okay, this is a team, okay, Mark 8 project team, and then here is a channel, okay. In this channel, we have, this tab here on the top. Everything can be customized, but out of the box on the tab, we have the chat box. Okay, and then here the team would say, for example, okay, basically whatever you type, go in is posted in that particular team. For everybody who is not kind of at the moment connected to the team, they will get here on the top left, as you can see, on that activity notification button. And then if you are wondering, okay, but if there are so many channels, so many teams, how can I know when there is any new text, somewhere? You will see a notification on the top, and you will see a small number, for example, a new post here, a new post here, a new post here, and so on. And of course, I could here, assign a file as well. I could come here and attached, and then basically, get something from my computer here. Let me, let me get some random files. And all the files you post in that particular channel, basically it goes straight to that files here on the top. Okay, this actually, for the guys who are already working with SharePoint, this is actually a document library coming from the SharePoint that is running on the background. And then from here, I have a bunch of things, we can have. I could open this file, I could copy the link, I could download this file, delete, and so on. If I open the file, just click on that. And then the beauty of that is, even if you don't have Excel, or eventually the Excel is not working on your computer, you can come basically here and start working on that file. Okay, you can add information here and so on. Of course, if you're not seeing the full, let's say, Excel capability in this case, you can always click on that top corner and then open the browser. And then after opening on the browser, you can even open on your full local Excel application as well. Okay, that's basically what you can see. Okay, and then if I can just close here. Okay, guys, here on the top, as you can see, there is that kind of plus button. We can do a couple of things. For example, let's say one of those Excel files is very important. And what I can do actually is click on that plus button. Go, as you can see, there are loads of apps from Microsoft, and then apps from third-party apps. What I can do, click on Excel, for example, and then get actually one of those files from there. Let me just get something random here. Okay, let's get this engine thing here and save. And then what I'm doing now, guys, as you can see on the top, actually I added an Excel view. And then for everybody working this particular channel, instead, Teams is all about agility, to be agile on what you're doing. And instead, to click on files, double, see the files in front of you, double click on the file, and then finally to get the context. Let's say this could be the sales, I don't know, KPIs, for example. Why not to add a tab? If you guys are working with Power BI, even we can do something fancier, add a Power BI dashboard here, for sales, for project, or whatever you guys are using. Initially, it takes a little bit of more time because teams need to go communicate with the Power BI and then eventually populate all the information here. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is brilliant, because instead to be clicking around, oh, now I need the Excel file, go to File Explorer, try to find the file, open that thing. Oh, now I need to see, the full reports from Power BI. Again, open Power BI, try to find where the file is. It's kind of, too many clicks. Just make sure you add all of those things here on the top. And as I said, make everybody much more agile. Here is the, not sure if you guys are using the, those, the day-to-day task list. Yeah, you can add here as well. Anyway, guys, that's kind of, out of the box. Any new channel comes with post, comes with files, and then a part of that you can basically just add the other applications that might be kind of important or interesting. There are other bits and pieces that make things interesting. For example, if I click here on the channel, each channel, the IT admins, they can disable that, okay? But by default, each channel comes with an email address. And then the beauty of that is anybody, okay, anybody can basically send an email straight to the team channel. And eventually an email coming from outside will be auto-populated here. If there is an attached file, it comes here as well. Let me just show you. Okay, I have just to show you one more time. If I go to the get email, okay, yeah, here's the email address. Okay, let me close that thing down. And then I have here, just to kind of buy a bit of time, I have here, 1 second. Okay, I have here already, okay, just a quick email I am about to send. I have attached a file, yeah, very small text here, and that is exactly the email address for that particular channel. if I send, and please remember, guys, now I'm Jackson from West Coast. I'm not from my demo environment called Contoso. Okay, if I click on send, if everything goes well, and should be, okay, in a few seconds, I should have now that email coming from outside populated here. Yeah, there you go. Okay, as you can see, Jackson is an external guy, send that email, the file is here, I could download the file, and so on. Yeah, that makes, things really interesting. You could, for example, let's say you are buying a couple of things and you're looking for, different suppliers, maybe, furniture or something. Yeah, you could contact all your furniture suppliers and send, oh, please send me a code to this email. And then instead, to get those things into your mailbox, it comes to the channel that could be, for example, a project who is, I don't know, moving building or, something like that. Anyway, that was kind of, the out of the box features available. When it comes to create, the teams and the channel, basically, yeah, here is the point. The starting point. If I click on that, for example, in my case, I'm this being a guy called Alex. Okay, Alex at the moment is not part of the IT public channel. Okay, and then Alex now could join, the team. If I want to create a team from the scratch, it just matters to create a team, and then I have the options to create from the scratch or get a kind of, a template coming from an Office 365 group. That's a bit, more technical. Let me start from the scratch. Now, click there. Yeah. There are basically 3 different types of teams. The first one is private. It kind of, as the name suggests, is you set up the channel, and then you need to invite people, or people needs to be invited in order to be part of the channel. Okay, the channel in the team. The public, it means you create a channel, a team, sorry, you create a team, and everybody in your organization can be part of the team straight away. They can, simply join the team, whatever they want. The org-wide is a little bit, different. Basically, each Office 365 tenant can create up to 5 org-wide a team, okay, and everybody is part of that team straight away. The only catch is it only works for organizations with up to 5,000 employees. Okay, let's get a number, 4,000. If my Office 365 has 4,000 employees, yeah, I can create an org-wide, and then everybody will be part of that team straight away. Okay. If your organization is bigger than 5,000, this option is disabled. Okay, we are not able to create. Anyway, let me create as a public, just to play. Then I could say, sales. Just I think I don't have any other sales. Okay, UK, for example. Okay, that's fine. Now I can just hit the button and create. Okay, and then usually takes a few seconds here. Yeah, now I could basically start adding people. Okay, let me add, this guy called Alan. Let me add, there is another one called Diego. Okay, that's fine. And guys, if your organization allows that, you can invite external people as well. Okay, I could, here you could be inviting your, let's say, suppliers, partners, and so on. Okay, let me close. And yeah, guys, now I should have here, okay, the sales UK. And as quickly I told you a few minutes ago, it comes out of the box with a channel called General. And then, of course, now what I could do, click here and then start, adding the sales UK channels as well. Okay. Anyway, guys, that was the kind of, the first part, all about the teams. Okay, management. Now let me keep moving. Just as I said, I have so many things to show, and I want to make sure everything's sorted by 11 o'clock. Okay, now let me switch to the chat box. Okay, chat box. Yeah, really interesting and very easy, to use. First of all, you just click on whatever are the people you want to chat, and then literally, just send. Just send your text. There are a couple of controls, as you can see here. If you just, send a text, it goes as a normal text. if you click in this thing here, yeah, and then you can say as important, or, you know, as I did here already, urgent. Okay. Of course, if the admin hasn't disabled, I can always click on the on that attach button and then attach some files. And please remember, I am in this scenario here, Alex, okay, communicating with Diego. Let's say Diego, I don't know, could be my boss or could be, you know, an important partner, and I'm talking, you know, all the time, running all the time projects with Diego. Yeah, have a guess what I have here? Out of the box, I have some files. Okay, all the files I've been sharing with Diego goes to here. Okay, what I can do, same story as I quickly showed you already. I can click on that plus button again, you know, select any of the applications. I think because I have an Excel file, yeah, I could do the same because Diego and I, we work, oh yeah, maybe, I think I deleted that file before. Yeah, I have other one here. Okay, because Diego and I, we work together, you know, sorry, here. Okay, because Diego and I, we work together all the time. Sorry, I deleted that file before. Okay, and then I could add, you know, as I was saying to you, different things here on the top. Organization, okay, especially for kind of big organization, I can get to know, oh yeah, actually myself, okay, Diego is managed by, you know, Nestor and so on. If eventually the chat is taking too much time, you know, for us, yeah, easily enough, I can start a call, okay, with Diego. The camera is disabled because I have a virtual machine and, you know, I don't have camera in the virtual machine, but I could start a video call, okay, to Diego. Maybe I am kind of in trouble. I could eventually share my screen. Okay, Diego could be the guy from the support. If I click on this button here, yeah, I can basically allow Diego to take over my computer and to, you know, fix whatever the problem I have. Let's say the conversation is kind of escalating and we need to add Alan into our conversation. Yeah, no problem at all. That quick button, okay, on the top, I can add another people. Okay, just click on that and I could try to add, okay, Alan. And then click on add. And then guys, as you could see, now I have, you know, whatever I was talking to Diego, okay, doesn't, you know, that thing doesn't come into the shared chat, but now whatever I do here goes to basically Alan and Diego kind of, you know, all together. And same story, I could start a call between, between us, okay? Guys, of course, no problem at all. If your administrator is allowing that, we can add external people. In my case, okay, my demo environment is Contoso. Now let me add Jackson from West Coast. Okay, yeah, and then I could, you know, just to try to be quick here, I could send a message. There are some really fun, I say fancy, but interesting things we can do. For example, you guys might be wondering now, yeah, but that's not great for people adding external user. Yeah, don't worry, you have full control about that. If you allow external users to be added, you can control, guys, look this, I think you will love that. Okay, basically there is something on, okay, on Office 365 called DLP. Okay, DLP stands for Data Loss Prevention. And then basically what I did in my configuration was the following. I created a rule. Let me just try here a quick example. Okay, I created a rule saying credit card details, PPS number, passport numbers, laser card numbers, driver license for all us here from UK, not from UK, only from EU. That is a sensitive information. There is no problem at all for people, as you could see here, internally to share that thing. Okay, Diego send a text, Alan send a text to Diego, and as you could see, it worked. But if eventually somebody from our organization try to send that, whatever you want to call, sensitive information to an external user, okay, in a few seconds now, yeah, as you could see, I didn't push any button. You know, I should keep my hands here up. I didn't push any button, and the system detected, okay, the credit card details as sensitive information, and thanks to the DLP policy, the information didn't go out. Even if Alex wants to send via email, it doesn't work. If Alex goes to maybe save those credit card details into a file and try to share the file, it doesn't work either. Okay. Anyway, thanks all to the DLP. Just guys, you need to pay attention. DLP, data loss prevention, is not enabled by default, and depending on your Office 365 subscription, okay, you are using, it might not be available. Okay, and then, Stuart and the guys can give you a hand in identify if DLP, first of all, is available or not. If not, if it is, and then they can help you to set up that. Okay, if you're using Microsoft 365, and then definitely is in there. If you're using Office 365, it depends the flavor. But again, that's another conversation, and Stuart, can help you identify that. Anyway, that was, an interesting thing. Again, oh yeah, other little things we have available here. I could say, oh yeah, because, I'm talking all the time with Diego and Alan, and then I could pin, them, especially if I have so many people, pin to make sure they always, they come on the top. Just look at my notes here to make sure I'm not not losing anything. Okay. Okay, yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Okay, from the chat box, and please remember, okay, whatever these options here, okay, they can be all, as quickly I told you, all customized. Okay, eventually, as quickly I told, oh, but for me, that button is not available. Oh, that one, yeah, then you need to talk to your IT admin. Most likely, he or she disable that thing. Okay, the other is all about be agile when working. For example, could be talking to Alan and that is a much more complicated thing. We need to book a meeting for that. Yeah, as you can see, there is a quick button here to book a meeting, and then I can click on that and straight away add a title here, sales, okay, reports, maybe invite other guys to join, and literally 2 or 3 buttons here, I could send that meeting invite. I will give the full picture, okay, later on about meetings in a few minutes, but just trying to explore the things here. Okay, let me see, guys. I think that's it. For now, when it comes to the chat box. Okay. Okay. As quickly I was saying, all the files we are sharing between people. Okay, they goes to into these file tabs, and actually that thing comes from your OneDrive. Okay, but just very quickly, okay, any user on Office 365 gets a OneDrive space that, depends the subscription, but if I have good memory, I think everybody gets at least 1 gig, okay, for that. And in this case, okay, those files here, they are from Alex. Interesting enough, guys, you could be, oh no, but I never seen on my OneDrive, the Microsoft Teams chat files folder. I never seen that. Yeah, it's true. Okay, by default, that thing is not there, and that folder is created when basically you start sharing files between people. Okay, all the files you share, okay, you send or you receive between different people, basically goes into here. Okay, before I was sharing, those files, they goes into here. Another thing you can do, I know, people out there, they, they use Google Drive, they use, some third-party storage space. Yeah, look here. Basically, for the end users, when they click on cloud storage, yeah, by default, they could add Dropbox, Box, and share files in Google Drive as well. Google Drive, I already added, and then eventually it comes to here. And I haven't signed in yet, but the only thing what I need to do is now, as an end user, is literally just add my Google account, my password, and then I could have side by side my company data here and my Google Drive, or maybe our company, Google Drive, and so on. Guys, and I understand some of you could be wondering, say, oh, but I don't really want my end users to be using their maybe private files. No problem at all. Again, for the IT admins, they can go to the Teams admin center, and they can, as quickly I told you before, they can disable, and there's it's very powerful templates they can use to disable features from here. For example, disable all of these third-party storage solutions, disable all of those things together, okay, and make only the kind of out-of-the-box Office 365 OneDrive for Business, okay, available. But anyway, okay, I just, in this particular scenario for Alex, I haven't really disabled anything. I just wanted to show you the, just wanted to show you the full picture, okay? Okay, that's pretty much it. Okay, we already covered, okay, the chat box, okay, Teams. Quickly, I told you, okay, this activity button here, okay, is interesting enough, especially, if I'm not using Teams all the time, and then later on, I could have, I don't know, 20 maybe Teams chat and so on. And then the activity is, you will see a little number here on the top. For example, I don't know, let's get a number, I don't know, 6, okay? And then, there are 6 activity, okay, I didn't see yet. Could be, some chats, could be some, things happening here from the Teams chat. Okay, let's keep moving forward. The next thing now is go to the calendar, and let's talk about meetings. Okay, the good thing is you guys, especially if you never use Teams before, welcome to the Teams meeting. You guys are already using Teams. Okay, everything starts from a new booking. Okay, there are a couple of ways I can start. I can book a meeting. Okay, the first one is going from the Teams app itself. Click on calendar, and then just click on the new meeting. Okay, the title, just trying to be something short here. Okay, IT reports. Here I should. Okay, I could add whatever is needed. Same story, guys, depending your Teams configuration, you can allow or not external people, okay, to join or to be part of the meeting. Now, let me just, get here, let's say next Monday. Okay, next Monday, from 10, okay, to, I don't know, okay, to 1. Guys, there is something really interesting here, not available when you book a meeting from Outlook, as I will show you in a few seconds, okay? And then, now if I push the button and click on send, that's it, okay? Exactly like you got, okay, yesterday or a few days ago, you will get the meeting invite. What's different here now is add channel, okay? If I click on add channel, I could go to my Mark 8 project, go to the research and development. Okay, interesting enough, what's going to happen now, everybody, okay, who is part of that particular channel will get a meeting invite. And even better than that is the following, okay, when I click on send, okay, okay, that should be fine. Now, if I go back to my Teams, okay, and then go back to research and development, look what's happened. Basically, that meeting invite actually came into the posts, okay? And that's brilliant because everybody working on that Teams, there is a meeting next Monday and so on. And then later on, they could even kind of join the meeting from here. Okay, I just click on that, and then I clicked on join, okay? Guys, there are a couple of 2 or 3 things I need to mention. Okay, maybe especially for the guys who are already using Teams, they could be wondering, saying, "Oh, that's weird. When I'm booking a meeting, I don't get that, toll-free phone." Yeah, that could be the case. Basically, that thing doesn't come by default, and unfortunately, is not for free for Office 365. Okay, if you want to allow external people in dial, a particular number, you need to pay. Okay, there is, you know, again, Stuart can help you on that later on, but there is a conference, maybe Smith, you need to help me, conference kind of, you know, SKU, you need to pay. There is additional, you know, payment on top of that. And then, yeah, you will get that configuration as well, okay? Yeah, and then there are other, you know, bits and pieces here, some other controls, okay, you can have, but that's the default. You know, from the admin center as well, you can add your logo, okay, and then kind of it looks nicer. You can add a little message. You can, you know, basically manipulate whatever you are seeing here. But you know, that's a default. Anyway, that's a little interesting thing. Okay, as I said, when you are booking, this capability is not available from the, you know, the Outlook. As far as I can remember, I never seen that. But if you're booking a meeting from the Teams app, yeah, you can, you know, quickly do that as well. Okay, now guys, you know, the other kind of easy way to book a meeting, kind of, you know, just go to your Outlook, okay, and then from Outlook, just goes there, click on add a new meeting. Okay, and then, yeah, let's say, okay, yeah, sorry, I'm kind of running out of ideas here. Okay, sales reports. And then, guys, the key thing is, okay, to click on that top corner, Teams meeting. Because if I don't push that button, it's going to be a kind of, you know, standard meeting. Okay, if I push that button, yeah, you know, there you go. Now I have those options available, okay, there. And then same story, I can start, you know, adding people who, you know, are the guys, you know, let's me Alan here, you know, the required guys and so on. Okay, there is one interesting thing I need to show you. If you click on the top, okay, response option, okay, click in there, and then we have a couple of three interesting things here. Okay, first, kind of, you know, request response. And then it means everybody, when you guys get the meeting request, okay, they should actually, you know, accept or basically, you know, deny that thing. Okay, allow people in advising new time, and that one is important, guys. Okay, if you are not too concerned in having, you know, people you might not know joining the meeting, yeah, you could leave this button ticked, okay, to allow meeting forwarding. This is exactly what I did with, you know, the guys from Manage IT Experts. Basically, I allow that thing, and then I send the invite because I didn't know your email address. I let that thing ticked, send the email to Stuart, and I believe, you know, he sends the email to you. But again, if it's something more, let's say, challenging, you could disable that one to make sure only the attendees you are inviting can join. If somebody kind of out of the blue try to connect, they won't be able to join unless you as the organizer admit those guys into the meeting. Okay, otherwise, you know, it doesn't work. Okay, that's fair enough. Now I've pretty much just, okay, push the button. Okay, guys, when you are running the meeting, there are a couple of things we can do. Okay, first of all, I will run a quick demo here, and then I will bring my own Teams. Okay, I need to show you a couple of things. Okay, when it's time to join, of course, I could go to my calendar, I could go to that particular link, or if I'm already working here from Teams, literally, I just, you know, need to click on join. Yeah, there you go. Here there is a small control. I can join the meeting with my camera off and my mic off as well. I would say, especially if you have too many devices connected to your computer before your device, I would say. Okay, just click on that, and then quickly, okay, you can pick what is your speaker, you know, headset, microphone, camera, and so on. As quickly I told you, for me, it's pretty much all disabled because this is a virtual machine. It's not my, you know, not my real computer. Okay, that's fine. Then when I'm happy with that, I can click on join. You know, basically, yeah, again, this is because I don't have the speakers and stuff. That's fine. And now, guys, yeah, things are running. And then a couple of things I can do from here is first, if I click on the show conversation, okay, and then, yeah, easily, you know, that's the place from where your texts, you know, are coming. Okay, I can click here and see who, okay, I have invited, and what are the guys who joined the meeting. If I'm the organizer, I can, quickly click here and mute, okay, the mic from the attendees. Other things I can do is what I'm doing actually now, click on share, and then I could share my whole desktop. Okay, this is what I'm doing now. Okay, share my whole desktop. As you can see, guys, especially if you're running a very dynamic meeting and then you are sharing a slide, then you switch, to sharing a particular Excel, and then, it's easy enough to get lost. This kind of red box, okay, shows you what exactly you are sharing with other people. Okay, and then I could now just click on this button here to say, okay, I want to cancel that share. And now let me, okay, if I want to share only, okay, a particular application, yeah, please open that application in advanced. And now I can click on here and say, okay, I can share, or I want to share only, okay, my notepad. And then as you can see again, okay, the red box, okay, is telling me whatever the participants are seeing are only around, the notebook. Sorry, oh my goodness, I think I need a quick coffee. Okay, that's fine. Okay, quick enough on that. And then here there are a couple of other controls. I could, what I did at the beginning is start the recording, and then at the end I can, stop the recording. I could basically turn on the live caption, okay, could enable that. Guys, here, that's kind of interesting as well. If I click on, sorry, I clicked without telling you, okay, meeting notes, that can be really interesting. If I click on take notes, actually this is a OneNote book, okay? And now everything, whatever is this meeting, just pretending here. Guys, okay, that's the reports. Now I could add, a new section, okay, if I need. And then eventually, guys, I could now start, taking notes. And the beauty of that is everybody can see the notes, as you can see now. And better than that is even when I finish my conversation and, clicking here on hang up, okay, you guys are still, not you, this is a pretending meeting, but all the participants after the meeting, they can still kind of go through the notes. They can still go through the chat box as well. Okay, okay, that's fine. But guys, basically all of these buttons, they are customized. Okay, for security reasons, maybe some of your organizations, the IT guys or the security department, they could say no. It's very dangerous to allow people in sharing the whole desktop. Yeah, no problem at all. You can say no. Okay, they are not allowed. Your end users are not allowed to share the whole desktop. They can share only, only the apps. For whatever other reasons, you could say I don't want them basically to record meeting. I don't want them to have the subtitles. All of these buttons here can be added, okay, or can be removed. By default, everything is added. Okay, a quick thing, guys, unfortunately I can't show from here because, the camera is disabled, is if I go to my real kind of, thing here, okay, yeah, there you go. If I go to my real thing, okay, I can go to here and basically make my background blur, okay? Yeah, if you're looking me at some stage here, okay, yeah, can you see? And then, yeah, I had to do a bit of tidy up in my small office here at home. But if things are not looking good, yeah, it's not a big deal. I can basically just disable and make it blur, okay? Or I can go back and add that. Guys, I think it's not available yet, but Microsoft, they just added, or they will add now the next couple of days, background picture. Okay, and then eventually you want a camera, but you don't want, that blur, whatever the reasons. Yeah, we should now in a few days to get the background picture. And then a part of a blur, you can enable blur, you can disable. A part of that, yeah, you could basically add a background picture, maybe a fancy picture, nice picture, to you if you wish, to do that. Kind of, interesting enough. But for now, let's say, those are, excuse me, those are basically the option. Okay, let me go back to my little thing here. Okay, great. Guys, a couple of other things. Let me just double check what I've been showing here. Okay, calendar, join the meeting, meeting notes, everything. Okay, there is another quick, interesting button. Guys, every time when you see, okay, that little camera, okay, that camera means meet now. Okay, that feature works, for example, again, you know, the IT admins, they can disable, enable that. Basically, yeah, can you see? I could eventually, when I'm replying something to someone here from Teams, I can click on that. And then if I get the camera, for example, you know, or maybe let me just get something. Yes, a bit messy here. But let's say I'm not Alex anymore, okay? I'm Diego. I'm talking to, or I'm kind of exchanging bits and pieces with Alex. And then what I can do is literally, okay, just click here on the camera. And as the name suggests, I don't know. Oops. Okay, maybe, you know, the sales pipeline is not looking good at the moment. And then I could kind of, you know, straight away, oops, I just clicked the wrong button. Okay, and then I could straight away start, you know, a meeting now with the user. Okay, right now and connect. Yeah, this is me, sorry. Okay, this is me, and then I can't make a call to myself. But basically from here, I should be able to, just let me see if I can find another, okay, maybe this lady here. Okay, that's, you know, let me click on that. Oh yeah, sorry. Okay. Yeah, then, you know, just add a text and then click on Meet Now. Okay. Yeah, there you go. And again, guys, please remember, if that particular button is not available back on your organization, again, it's because the administrators, they have disabled, you know, that little thing. But as I told you, you know, at the beginning, when we are talking about Teams, is all, you know, to add, to make everybody to be agile. Okay, that's the kind of, you know, the nice thing, to make everybody agile. And this is why you could be talking to somebody or maybe a group of people, just click on the Meet Now instead to send the meeting, send the invite and book a meeting. No, just click on the Meet Now and you can get things sorted. Okay, basically, yeah, you know, straight away. Okay, guys, now kind of very quickly, okay, very quickly, let me show you something here, just to kind of, you know, finish this thing off. Okay, I've been telling, you know, since the beginning, the Microsoft Teams is all about, 1 second here. Okay, is all about, you know, you can do the configuration, make all the customization and so on. Very quickly, what I want to do for the IT admins, if, you know, any of you is the admin, is, you know, the admin, you can basically go in there, okay, go to Microsoft Teams, okay. Guys, I just need to check something quickly here. Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, I just want to see in regards to the recording. Kind of a bit slow. Okay, there we go. Guys, anyway, here's the full control. Very quickly, what I want to show you is if you go to, for example, meetings, okay, go to meetings and then go to meeting policy, okay, click on that. And then that's the place basically where you can create different meeting policies. As you can see, meeting policy for sales, meeting policy for IT, meeting policy for, I don't know, you know, managers and so on. When you click on the policy, here is the place. Look, okay, do you want to allow the Meet Now? Okay, do you want to allow people in booking the meetings from the Outlook? Okay, you want to allow webcam? Okay, if you want to allow or not the transcription, okay, allow or not the recording, okay, yeah, as quickly I told you, in terms of sharing, okay, things, yeah, I could say, no, never share the entire screen. Or for those guys from sales, I want to disable, you know, altogether any sort of sharing. Here is a place if you want to allow or not anonymous, people from outside of your organization to join, and so on. Anyway, I'm not going to read, everything. Just want to give you a quick info, okay, on that. Guys, here is a place where you can add your company logo. Okay, that's really nice, because then every time when you are sending the meeting invite, a part of that, click here to join the meeting, you can add your own logo, maybe a quick legal note, and all of those things. Yeah, for the IT guys, they might need to change the ports and so on. When it comes to the messaging, guys, specifically now talking about the chat box, yeah, same story. You go there, create from the add button, okay, create different chat policies. On each chat policy, yeah, all of those controls are available. Maybe, guys, as I had to do before with some students, disable the whole chat box altogether, okay, or allow people in delete a send message. If you want to allow people in edit a send message, if you want to, enable, disable the chat box and other, controls, for example, allow when you paste a URL, and then you could allow the URL preview. Again, I'm not going to, show everything. I forgot to show you, but yeah, guys, there are translation. Eventually, if you get a text in German, okay, and this option is enabled, people on the kind of top corner, they can click on translate to, let's say, English, or, whatever is your default language. Okay, before we go, guys, yeah, the steps are, first, step number 1, create the messaging policy and the meeting, okay, policy and meeting, meeting policy as well. When this is done, the next step now is basically go to your users. And then let me get somebody here, this guy called Lee. Okay, click basically on the user, and then click on policies. And guys, here is a place. And then just to give you an idea, my goodness, look, okay, meeting policy, messaging policy, that's actually is the chat box, okay? Live events, all the policies are here. And then it's just matter to click on, okay, please, now I'm about, okay, to change the policies for Lee. Just click on edit, and then, yeah, there you go. Okay, meeting policy, I could say this guy here, okay, belongs to the sales meeting policy. When it comes to the chat box, yeah, sales chat box. And then click on apply, job done. Okay, guys, what I need to tell you based on my real life experience, okay, it doesn't apply straight away. Let's say then don't expect now if Lee is already connected, already using Teams, okay, don't expect, oh, now the chat box is gone, or whatever the buttons are gone. They might need, or most likely, they need to log off, log on again, and to be very honest, based on some of the examples, tests in real life experience coming from me, yeah, it might take a couple of, few minutes or maybe hours to have that thing fully, okay, fully basically available, okay? Guys, and then of course, I could spend the next probably, 8 hours now talk about all the controls, okay, we have here. But yeah, anyway, we could maybe have a session to explore those things, okay, to explore those things later on. Okay, guys, now the last thing, okay, the last thing I just quickly want to show you is this, okay? Basically, basically, especially for the guys who are not yet using Teams, the easy way to go to a Teams adoption, okay, is first, okay, you need to get started and then start using, keep simple, okay, Teams and chat. Okay, create a Teams, create, start, let's say you need to teach people how to, chat between themselves and how to post things, share files and so on. And then the next step would be, by the way, I took that from Microsoft. This would be the Microsoft guidelines. And the next one is start with meetings. Okay, because of course, meetings take a bit of more training, how to book a meeting, and that's not too complicated, but especially how the users need to use the whole meeting, environment. And then the last one, okay, would be basically the voice piece. Okay, the voice, guys, is this button here. Okay, okay, I have 2 or 3 things to talk about that, guys. Any Office 365 subscription, okay, basically comes with call, but in this case, call, I'm talking about Teams to Teams call, Teams to Skype for Business call, and Teams to Skype, let's call it Skype end user, okay, app, okay? You can, do that. If you wish to make, for example, calls from here to a landline, to a landline number in the UK, here in Ireland, or maybe to a mobile number and so on, and then you have two options, okay? Option number one, to go to a third party VoIP solution, okay? Could be from Cisco, could be, whatever the third party. But of course, and then you need to make sure that a third party basically supports the connection with Teams. Or for the guys based in UK, again, Smith and Stuart can help you on that. For the guys based in the UK, there is a voice, Smith, maybe you know the name, the kind of voice package. Okay, you can pay for each individual user, and then Microsoft will do all the, the port, the numbers, and we'll do all the SIP trunks and everything. And then the beauty of that is your end user, when they come into this call, place, yeah, they can, again, call to any Teams to Teams, call to any Teams to Skype for Business, Teams to the Skype for desktop, and call to any landline number or any mobile number as well. But guys, please remember, this is not for free, okay? And then if you are using Teams, and at the moment you are able to make calls for a landline, yeah, there you go. And then it means, the IT guys, they already added that functionality, okay? But anyway, if you need to explore further, okay, the call, let's say, package and options, yeah, please talk to Stuart, and then he can kind of, send you to the right direction. Guys, I think that's pretty much it, okay, from me. Probably now, Stuart, I'm not sure if you have any comments or any questions, okay, we need to answer. Apart of that, that was my kind of, 1 hour presentation. Hopefully it was very beneficial and you've learned bits and pieces from Teams.
Yeah, Jackson, that was absolutely great. Thanks very much. That was very educational. I hope you all enjoyed that. As I say, this is kind of first time we've done something like this, so we're going to be kind of doing a few more of these educational webinars over the next couple of months. And yeah, as Jackson said, if you have any questions about anything that's been mentioned with regards to different packages for Microsoft Voice, or even help getting Teams set up, or anything like that at all, please feel free to contact us. Jackson, if you could just put the slide up with my contact details.
Oh yeah, good idea.
That would be great. Sorry, just the next one.
Oh, sorry.
That one, yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah.
So yeah, feel free to get in touch, and we'll be able to come back to you. We do have all the kind of questions on Teams here, and we'll make sure that we'll come back to you. If Richard hasn't already come back to you right now, then we will come back to you individually and make sure those are answered. And as I said, we'll be sending out a feedback form very shortly. So if you keep an eye out for that, it's very important that we get feedback on this, on the kind of content you've received today, any suggestions, but also on any content you want to see going forward. So if there's anything you want to say, anything you want to find out about or find out more about, then please feed that back as well, and we'll take that into consideration. But yeah, Jackson, that was great. So thanks very much for that.
Okay, Stuart, I'm not going to finish the meeting. I will just stop the recording, okay? And then we can keep talking. Yeah, no problem. Just 1 second. Stop. Stop.